It may seem like only yesterday we had Bucks Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and football is already back. The team's been practicing for all of 5.5 minutes, but we will get football tonight in the Hall of Fame game, the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Joining me now, co-host of Locked On Cowboys, Marcus Mosher. And Marcus, we don't want to overreact to these things, right? Because this is going to be a sloppy game played mostly for ceremonial purposes, right? What, if anything, are you going to be looking for that we can actually take out of this opening game of the NFL preseason?
Yeah, sloppy might not even be the right word, because we could be in the first quarter of this game and people aren't going to recognize any of the names. So there's only going to be, a handful of players in this game for both the Cowboys and the Steelers who actually are going to have an impact at all this season. So you're looking at guys like, does Michael Parsons play a series, the Cowboys' first-round pick at linebacker? Does Kelvin Joseph, their second-round pick at cornerback, does he play any meaningful snaps in this one? That's really what you're looking for. The final outcome obviously doesn't matter. Who plays most of the game doesn't matter either. You're just looking for one or two splash plays from those type of players.
And for no one to get hurt. That is always what you're looking for in these games. As you said, by the end of the second quarter, probably by the middle of the second quarter, we're going to get the announcers doing the thing where they talk about stories and not the game. They just are, right. All of that good stuff. So let's zoom out a little bit and do that same thing as we preview the game. Let's take a bigger picture view of the Cowboys. What are you keeping an eye on during training camp that maybe not in this game, but preseason game 2, preseason game 3 might tell us a little bit of something about where the Cowboys are headed this season, or some changes that they might be making?
Yeah, so we know the offense is going to be really good. We could talk about CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup having strong camps, but honestly, the stuff kind of doesn't matter, right? It's all going to be about how well does the defense play. Can they be average? Because if they are average, this is a playoff team. This is a legitimate contender in the NFC. So I'm curious to see what Dan Quinn's defense looks like. This will be the first time that we get to see it. They're supposedly quite a bit faster than last year. They're using multiple looks, some 3-4 looks. I just want to see, do the players that are playing, are they fast? Do they seem confident that they know what to do? I think we'll be able to tell a little bit from that, in the first preseason game.
One of my favorite bets as we head into the season is the Dak Prescott for MVP bet. Depending on where you're looking at it, the odds may vary, but you're usually getting it in that sort of mid to high teens range. What do you think about that as we head into 2021?
Well, I'm actually going to turn this around on you. Do you think, because I've got a lot on Matt Stafford to win MVP, I think those are both good values. Which one do you think is the better bet?
I am more confident that the Rams will win 11 or 12 games. And so from that standpoint, I like the Matt Stafford, and he's getting the buzz part of it, right? Like the preseason, everyone's talking about what Matt Stafford is going to do to impact this team, even though they won a bunch of games last year. So I think from a narrative standpoint, that part of it, I think, works in his favor. But on the other hand, I think Dak Prescott, if he plays 16 games and those receivers are healthy, they could put up a ridiculous amount of yards and points. And so statistically, I could see Dak having a better season.
Yeah, Dak was on pace for just ridiculous numbers after the first 5 games last year, like 6,000 yards, 40-something touchdowns. He might have to do that again just to keep the Cowboys relevant, right? Because if the defense is going to be as bad as a lot of people are projecting it to be, they're going to need to score 35, 38 points a week to be competitive. So I think Dak is a great, sleeper MVP pick. I think Matt Stafford, my guy a little bit, I think he's a good bet as well. But I like both of those.
Right now, the line on betonline.ag has Dak Prescott at 16-1. I like that. The problem is Matt Stafford is at 10-1. If I think Dak Prescott is going to have better numbers, I feel like 16-1 for Dak is better for me, but people are going to have to do with it.
Those numbers have flipped a little bit because we've seen, Dak earlier in the offseason be at 10-1. Maybe people are a little shy about the shoulder right now. They're a little concerned. Yeah, I agree. At 16-1, Dak is a much, much better play for MVP.